Sean, thanks very much for joining us. Before we look ahead to tomorrow's game at Arbroath, we're obviously at the point where we've played the first quarter of the season. From your perspective, how's that went?
I think it's went well, or well enough. We actually had a quarterly review meeting ourselves. I did say that to the players when I got the job. It was something I wanted to put in place, and we had a good chat on Tuesday. We got a lot of good stuff ironed out and things we can improve on, and things that we've done really well. So no, it's been reasonably happy. I think, again, if I'm being completely honest, probably one game I thought we didn't perform to decent levels, and that was the Partick Thistle game. Even the likes of kind of Arbroath when we get beaten our first game, etc. at home, I thought we performed well enough, but ultimately we got beat. So, and a bit like Saturday, second half we were very good, and should have won the game, but again, I think the most pleasing thing for us and the players is we're unbeaten away from home, and that is probably the kind of stat that we can look at. But I have said to the players, obviously, we need to find a way to kind of win at home. So it's been it was a really good meeting. There was a lot of honest opinions as well in terms of what we're doing. So no, I think we can definitely be happy with our first quarter's work, but ultimately we need to try and gain more points in the second quarter.
In that first quarter finish last week at Dunfermline, you touched on it there, it was a hard-fought point in difficult conditions.
Absolutely, listen, I think if you go to East End Park, if you'd have said to me a draw before the game, I would have taken it, but I think the way the balance of the game had went, I thought we should have won the game. I thought we had the better chances to win the game when we looked at it back, and don't get me wrong, as I said, I think first half we weren't quite at it, and then when you get two injuries in the first half to key players and you need to change things about, etc., and then I had to make another change at half time just because of the way the game was going. So again, we don't look for excuses, but it was very much, if you, in the grand scheme of things, I think the point was definitely merited, if not more.
And I know you've spoke plenty of times this season about needing that squad. Last week showed that, and you pleased with the impact that the boys that came on, the impact they made?
I think I've battered on about it, and as you said there, I think anybody gets an opportunity, they need to take it, and we have got a lot of young players on our bench who come on and try and impact the game, but again, you can see that they gave us good composure when they come on, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for steady. I'm not looking for 100 miles an hour, and there is going to be times where we need to do that, but I think you could see that there was a real calmness to the young players in the second half. So no, I was really pleased with the guys' impact off the bench, and like I have been kind of all year. I think, as I said, like we have got a very young bench, but they do give you a different dynamic. And again, if guys are out the team tomorrow, etc., then these guys need to step up and make sure that they're ready to go, and they have been since they've come in. So it's just about getting that. The big thing for young players, or any player who's not been playing, is coming in, making an impact, but also getting that consistency. So I think, from your point of view, they just need to do what they're doing. And I've got every bit of faith in them, which is very important as well.
The second quarter begins with another difficult away game up at Arbroath tomorrow. They've had a good start to the season themselves.
Yeah, well, when we played them, as I mentioned, we played really well in the game. At times, if I'm again in my kind of assessment of that game, I wasn't happy at half time in that game, simply because we never took our chances in the game. But the pleasing thing for me was the reaction. Obviously, the goals that we concede are poor. They're kind of all mistakes as well. So if we can rectify that and go up there and try and get a very good, it would be a very good result if you manage to win up there. Do you know what I mean? Everybody talks about it. It's a tough venue to go, but at the end of the day, it's two teams on the pitch, and we need to try and approach it with our game plan and hopefully get a massive 3 points, because we're under no illusion, like any game in this division, as I keep mentioning, that it's really difficult, and Arbroath have got a very good championship experience side, so we just need to go and try and upset that.
And how have preparations been this week? How's the mood in the camp?
Mood in the camp's good. We have got a couple of niggles, which we need to reassess today again. We had quite a tough week with the 3 games and stuff like that, and then guys kind of picking up injuries in the Dunfermline game as well. But again, the likes of you and Murray's come back into training this week, so that's a positive. But again, there might be a few ones that could potentially miss tomorrow, or will be on the kind of cusp of maybe being in the squad and not. We just, as I said, we need to reassess things, and it's not ideal timing. But as I mentioned, that's the whole thing. People are going to get injuries. Do you know what I mean? The guys in the squad need to step up, and we do have a couple of younger ones coming back into the fold as well. So no, we're all really looking forward to the journey, and hopefully we can get there and put on a performance and get a massive win.
Thanks for your time, Sean. Good luck.
Thank you.